Yo!
Machine for generating. Two galaxies awaiting. Exporting how to human. Importing songs to tune in. Can we digitize all we lose our minds? I'm red across the cosmos.
All right. How many fingers am I holding up?
3 human fingers pointed skyward at 80 degrees. Fingernails in need of cleaning.
Okay,
Cuticles
got it.
in
You're
need of-
operational. Hi, I'm Dominic, the head of the USDFC, the United States Department of First Contact. I'm here in beautiful Arecibo, Puerto Rico, broadcasting the breadth of knowledge and experience from humanity all the way into the Andromeda Galaxy in space. How exciting is that?
That's adequately exciting.
Remind me to add a rhetorical subroutine to your database.
Added to calendar.
As you may have heard, our telescope is out of commission, and so is our federal funding. To build a new telescope, we're going to need to raise $10 billion. Various world governments and organizations have already donated $999,999,000 to us, which means we only need to raise $1,000 from you, the viewers, to help us reach our goal.
Was I built for this purpose?
Absolutely.
Yay!
By the time this broadcast reaches them, I'll be long gone. You see, the nearest galaxy to ours is the Andromeda Galaxy. We're gonna need someone to teach the aliens all about us, which is why I built these robots. They will outlive me and carry on humanity's core messages of unrequited love, loss, isolation, and every couple years describing how our posteriors shake in new and interesting ways. These are the things that define us as human beings and are therefore incorporated into our music. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my friends. This here is Bob.
Hello, good morning. My name is Bob and I am very turned on.
She has a complete library of every instrument ever recorded in human history and can perform them in the style of any genre across the globe.
I also can sample kittens. Meow meow meow. Meow meow.
Over here, we have Toktuk. I designed Toktuk to be the world's longest lasting clock, with a nuclear battery that'll last 30 trillion years, long enough for a signal to reach and return from Andromeda. Not only does he tell time, well, he's really good at telling time.
Time, you say? It's 12 o'clock.
Also, it's 9:15. And this here's Roman.
Howdy.
He's got the strength of 2 humans and the brains of... He's gonna have the brain of a human eventually. He's a work in progress, but you'll get to document his journey with me. These robots encompass the logical and the emotional aspects of humanity, and with a non-biological and replaceable circuitry, they're capable of surviving the 30 trillion years it'll take a signal to reach Andromeda and return should we receive a response. Hopefully, once they view this miniseries, they'll understand music well enough to respond to our mixtape, with one of theirs using the universal language of music as our common language. All jokes aside, music really is the universal language, and there are so many resources out there to help navigate your musical journey. So why bother making or even watching this series of videos? What we can offer you is edutainment. Present music in a fun and exciting manner that doesn't involve classical grandpa music like Beethoven or professor-like math equations to understand theory. Music should be emotional and from the heart. That's what's human about it. That's why I'm using robots to teach it. I promise not to cite a single piece of classical music in this miniseries. Instead, I'm going to use these fun robots and visual aids to teach the following topics across the next 10 episodes.
What is sound? What is music? That one song that goes melody and harmony, scales, keys, and modes, instruments, physics of music, autotune and AI, Language versus music. How do emotions sound? Sonata in D's.
So how exactly will we use this $10 billion we raise? Well, this handy graph should help explain. We will use this money to A, build new robots.
But we'll always be first in your heart, won't we?
You will always be number one in my heart, guys.
That is statistically impossible.
B, to pay off a video camera and a new computer. It's really hard to edit this footage, especially when I can't see the visual effects and color grading until after I've rendered the scenes. And C, pay my friends for being willing to help me by wearing these really hot and uncomfortable robot suits I built with little regard for OSHA regulations.
YOLO.
So what do you get if you contribute? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing beyond the satisfaction of knowing that we will have a designated liaison for humanity to whatever intelligent life is out there. I'll be that liaison. Also, I'll put you on the USDFC Do Not Eat list, just in case first contact goes awry, and that's gotta be worth at least $1 or $2.
The value of a human life is approximately $8 million.
Very morbid observation, Romek. One more thing, you'll also get this cool glow-in-the-dark sticker. It's a limited run of only, I don't know, 5, 10, 100? Not that many. I plan to make this series pretty comprehensive, maybe going into 100 episodes at some point. But I'm going to teach you the last lesson right now, and I think it's really important because the way you view this lesson will change after you become a better musician. And that lesson is forget everything I taught you. Forget every last thing I taught you. And let it subconsciously guide you. You can't ever unlearn anything, so let it stay in this little part of your brain back there that you never access and let it subconsciously guide your listening and your writing experience. And that's the final lesson.